Hello everybody, I'm JimmyTheSaint, and welcome to Niche, a genetic survival game. It's an interesting little turn-based game where you get to play around with the genetics and create a family of odd little creatures that you try. The object of the game is to see how long you can survive and build and grow this gene line, basically. Let's jump right into the game and we'll talk a little bit more. I'm just going to start a new game here. And we're going to play the story mode. Let's go. So we're getting a little bit of the story here of how things take place. Basically, you're a tiny little animal with your family there. You're kidnapped, basically, taken by this giant bird. And you manage to escape its claws, and you fall on this island. And poor little guy hit the ground pretty hard there. I don't know what you would call this guy. A liger, maybe? A mix between a lion and a tiger? I don't know. I don't know what you'd call him. Pretty much my favorite animal ever. But anyways, yeah, you're all alone. He looks pretty sad here on this island, so let's start right off. Alright, so the basics of the game is to survive. It's a survival game, but it's also a little genetics experiment. The idea is you need to gather food and reproduce to create a family. We don't have any mates on this island. We'll have to travel to another island to do that. But one of the key things you need to look at and pay attention to in this game is its genes, and this will determine not only its strengths and weaknesses, but also what it can pass on to its offspring. So it has different traits and attributes here, and there are also a couple that you can imprint on it to kind of further the bloodline in this next cycle and everything. For now, we're just going to jump through the game and we'll go through the basics really quick. You can move around with these little paw icons. You basically select your animal and you can use the little paw icons to move. If you notice, he's got a little green gem on his chest. You can see it right here as well. So he's a young animal, so he can only move 1 or 2 spaces at a time. When he gets fully grown and mature, he will have 3 movement spaces or actions available. You can see their age. These animals grow up really quickly, but they die pretty fast. He's 2 days old, and he has 23 days of remaining life left, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. They die pretty quickly. For now, there's not much we can do other than moving around, and we're going to try and get some food here on the next day. That was the only movement point he had, and we're going to rest this day. So he's going to get some rest. Had a long day, obviously, after that, getting kidnapped and then falling on this little deserted island here. I'm going to grab a little bit of food here, and I'm going to rest the next day and do the same thing again until we get enough food to where I feel like we've got enough to leave the island. This is our food right here. We've got 22. This is our nesting materials, and this is important once we'll start mating, and this tells us how many members of the family or tribe we have. So, yeah, like I said, I'm just going to gather some food for a couple of days until he becomes mature, and we're going to move to the next island, and I'll discuss how we do that. Alright, so we've harvested all the food we could from the tree. It is raining right now, so which ironically makes the plants regrow their berries, so there is actually more there now. But anyways, I've already moved away from there. We're moving on. He's fully grown now. He's mature. He has 3 movement points. I want to talk a little bit about the controls here. You can scale you can zoom in and out with the mouse. You can rotate the camera with the mouse. It's pretty nice control. You can zoom around and look from any angle. Let's get a look at this guy, what he looks like now that he's fully grown. So, yeah, I'm going to go with a liger. That's what he is. So his name is Adam. You can change the name if you want to customize your animals, that sort of thing. I'm going to go give him an attribute here I think will probably help him in the future. Something like, let's see, what would be a good one? Probably an immunity. Some sort of immunity would be really good. Can we give him one of those? Or have we unlocked it? Okay, immunity G. So it kind of keeps them from getting sick in different climates, different areas. Different islands have different bugs, parasites, that sort of thing around them. But anyways, so we need to teleport to the next island because there's not much going on here. We need to find a mate. So to do that, you go to these rocks that are surrounded by the flowers, and you can fast travel, or you can travel to the next island. Any animal that you want to take with you, you're going to need to have on these flowers as well to take with you. If they're not there, they will be abandoned on this island when you move on. So let's just go ahead and move and see if we can find a mate on the second island. Oh, we heard something. Did you hear that? It sounds like another animal's living on this island. Find the wild animal and offer it food to join your tribe. So you can switch to its different perception modes. Right now it's just using its eyes to look around. Here is its nose, so it can smell. This animal doesn't have a very good sense of smell, so it can't really smell any further than it can see. And then we have its sense of hearing, so it can pick up this other animal off in the bushes over here with its hearing. So it has a very good hearing with those big ears, obviously. It has better hearing than it does any of its other abilities, any of its other senses. Has pretty good sight, not a very good sense of smell, but an excellent hearing. Like, it can hear almost all the way across the island. So we know that there's another animal over here. Let's go say hi. Alright, we cleared the brush back. Hello, well, that's an ugly one. A spotted monster dog looking thing. I don't know, she's got big ears too, doesn't I? Say she, I assume yes, she is a she. That is Eve. So Adam and Eve have met, and we offer her 5 food to join our tribe. Alright, so now she's a female, she's Eve, we can explore the island together, and we can even mate these two. Quickly, I wanted to set something up real quick and make sure that Adam, you can make any animal you want, the alpha, or you can adjust their ranking, alpha or omega. I'm going to make Adam the alpha because he's who we started with, and so all that doesn't have a lot of implications in the game. It just basically adjusts who eats first. If you're low on food, it can be really important on who eats first. You want that particular animal to survive the longest, because if you run out of food and they can't eat, they die much quicker. Like I said, we can mate these two. All you basically have to do is click either one of them and then highlight the animal you want to mate with and click the heart button. And let's see. So she's now pregnant. Let me look at her attributes really quickly here and see she's fertile or what. Doesn't look like she's got a fertility. Oh yes, here we go. She has a high fertility, so she can have she's really easy to get pregnant and can have a kid really quickly. We do need to build a nest to do that, though. We do have enough nest materials. You need 10, and we're going to go ahead and build that nest, and she should just basically stay in the nest until the animal is born, which should be the next day. And there we go. There's our little baby monster here. Let's clear the grass out so we can see him. Hey, little fella. Oops. I destroyed the nest, but that's okay. When you destroy the nest, you get most of those materials back, and once you give birth, you don't exactly need the nest. So we need to spend a couple of days trying to gather some food, explore this island, and then we need to move on to the next one. We will need to get all 3 of them out of here. Let's see, there's a tree. We can get some acorns from that, but I know Adam does not have a very good skill on cracking nuts open. You can shake the tree and it drops acorns. Let's see if she's got a good skill at that. She's got a good smelling sense, good defense, cold resistance. Okay, she does have a good skill at cracking, so that'd be an excellent source of food for us, is to go over here and shake this tree and then get the food from that. Alright, we have our 4th member of our family. We moved on to the next island. This is our first baby, and it's all grown up now. And we just got a new little guy here. Let's see. This one is a male. What's his name? Kicker. No, it's Kirker, or whatever. Yeah, they're still looking pretty much the same. We need to find some new genes to introduce with them. They're all getting that immunity gene, so I'm going to introduce some new genes on some of the children, and that way the next time that they mate, they will have some different attributes. We can give them different attributes so that when they pass on these genes, you'll eventually get better and better gene selections. You'll be able to create better animals in the future. You can basically handcraft them into whatever you want them to be. If you want them to be bigger and have claws and fangs, you can do that. If you want them to be herbivores, smaller animals, that sort of thing, you can craft them pretty much any way you want. A big-eared ugly liger looking thing like this, sure, you can do that too. Alright, Eve has finally passed away, and this is actually Adam's last day alive as well. Yeah, one day left, so let's make this last day count. We've got quite a large tribe going on here, with a new one just born yesterday, and we're just trying to get to the exit point to get to the next island. And basically all I've been doing is going around, gathering food, reproducing, building the tribe up. It's a little bit of a balancing act because you don't want to get it too big. Like right now, it's a little bit too big, so it's kind of a good thing that a couple of them are getting old and dying off, because they all have to eat. And so it's a struggle to be able to gather enough food to feed them all once you get a large tribe like that. So I'm not going to be I'm not going to reproduce any for a while here to try and let the numbers balance themselves out a bit. Once we get some more food and move on to the next island, then we'll probably think about introducing some new genes into the gene pool. Alright, this is our third island, and it is very big. It's much bigger than any of the previous islands we've been to. Not sure how I would get to that path. We can't really cross deeper water with these guys unless they can make it in one movement point. I don't know if these guys can swim that well. I've played a little bit, and actually our other option isn't looking any better. That's actually the closer of the two, so I'm going to head towards that island, that exit as I move forward here. We got a pretty big family going on here. We're going to try and move into the island, clear some of this grass out, and see if we can find any new additions to the gene pool, so that we're not just mating within the same pack all the time. I don't know if that would introduce, like, weird abnormalities or anything like that. We may try it and find out. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But anyways, let's keep pushing forward to the island and see what we can find out here. Oh wow, we just had twins. That's our first set of twins. Wow, that's cool. I did not know that was possible. But I mated this big guy here with this one. What's her name? Restless and Kirk, or Kirkir, whatever you want to call him. And I got twins. Awesome, that's pretty cool. One's got a big head like him, looks kind of more like a lion. And next I want to mate this guy with these fang claws right here. Apparently they are venomous. Let me pull up his stats here. He's got venomous, so he's got venomous fangs, so he can inject venom. So I want to mate him next with another one that I've got right here that has that same ability. So I want to mate the two of them next. Who knows what we'll get out of that. Maybe we'll get twins again. It's kind of crazy, though, with twins. I don't know if I want to keep mating so many of them. We'll run out of food. Aha, that's pretty cool. So these crabs are in the water, and the only way to attack them is from behind. So I used teamwork. I used one to distract it because it followed her all the way around. It kept facing her every time I moved her around here. And finally, I realized I could sneak another one up from behind and attack it, and we were able to kill that crab and get the food from it. That's pretty awesome. That is a good little trick there. So our twins are starting to grow up. They're getting a little bit bigger. Let's start moving in my next mating pair in to mate next. Let's see, I wanted this one with the fangs and this one with the fangs next. So I need to clear all these other ones out of the nest, and we'll see what we get out of that next batch. Alright, so our new baby was born, and we did get the venomous attribute with that one as well. So that's pretty cool. You can play around with their abilities and things. You can also give them mutations. Select a specific gene to be mutated, and I think that's how you unlock some of the new skills and mutations in the game, is by playing around with this, breeding different animals, and your game can carry over. Even if all these were to die, we can carry these skills over, or mutations over, into our next playthrough. I'm not sure what's good. I haven't played the game a whole lot. I've only played it for maybe 2 or 3 hours. But I think maybe a mutation on its body size, maybe it could get bigger, would be good. And what else might be good? Horns? Could that be a thing? Are horns like effective fighting weapons? Or I don't know. I don't know that the color of its eyes would be all that good of a attribute. Maybe its hind legs, it can be faster mover or something like that. So let's try and get that and the medium body and try and mutate that in the next generation. Oh crap. So we ran into a bear hyena thing and a friendly bear Barina. That, well, I suppose the friendly one is good, but it's probably not good. He's protected by the adult, so we can't offer it food. Oh, that's bad. Where's my fanged guys? This one here has got fangs. You're gonna have to come fight and hope we don't all get murderated by this guy. Let's back the little ones off. He's a big one. He might be able to fight. We've lost a couple over here. I think it got killed by it. I wasn't really paying attention to it. I just noticed it was dead. So, yeah, this might end really badly for us here. Oh man. Let's see. This is a big one too. She just gave birth again to another. Let's see if this one got the fanged ability too. Let's see if did it get any of the other mutations, or I don't think it did. Huh. Not sure how that works still. It did get faster speed, I think. It's got a speed of 4. Maybe it did. I'll have to play around with that some more and figure that out. Let's see how we fare against this bear hyena monster thing here for now. Let's see. Gather some food so we make sure we don't run out of food. Let's try and surround him. And hope for the best. I don't know. So we can attack the bearina. I don't know how much damage we're doing to it. Oh, we're doing some damage. Okay, big guy's got some claws on him. So that's good. We need to get... that's all the movement points for this turn. Keep the little ones away. And maybe we can beat this guy. Hopefully it won't murderate us all. Let's see what the next turn... Okay, so he's attacking back now. He's fighting back. Alright, here's our Fang Claw. Hit him with the poison stuff, man. Wreck his face. Alright, let's get out of there. Let's pull back. You dealt your damage. Fall back and let one of the other ones come in. Deal some damage to him. Yeah! Oh, we killed him! Sweet! Alright, so now we can get this Barina into our tribe. We offered it 3 food. Oh, that is so sweet. We gathered the meat off the big one we killed, too. Awesome! Oh my god, we got so much food! Alright, so is this one bleeding from the attack? It's not bleeding. It's not injured. Like, they can get leeches and get blood loss and things like that. And basically, if you can see these attributes over here, any buffs or debuffs that they have on them, and if they're bleeding out from a wound or they have a leech on them or something, you need to take one of your other animals, and then it will give you, when you select that animal, it will give you, instead of like the mating icon and thing like that, it'll give you an option to groom that animal, remove the leech, or clean the wounds and stop the bleeding, that sort of thing. So you need a pack to survive. One animal on its own is not going to do very well. Oh my gosh, there's another animal. What is this? That's a friendly. Okay. So we should probably recruit it to our tribe. Costs 5 food. What about this friendly Barina? What can it do? Eyesight, speed. So we're not able to... We can attack it. I don't want to do that. We just befriended it. It's our new friend. I wonder if we could breed it? Or maybe we'd need a pair of them. I don't know if cross-species breeding is a thing in this game. That sucker is ugly. If anything, we could keep him along until we get hungry and then we can eat him, right? For now, we're going to gather some more food and try and get to the next island. That was exciting. Survived our first attack by a vicious wild animal. Alright, well, that's going to wrap up this episode, guys. First of all, I want to thank Stray Fawn Studios, the developers of Niche. Thank you for the opportunity to review the game, play it, and showcase it on the channel. To all the viewers, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Post me any comments and questions down below about the game. Let me know if you want to see more videos on this. We might revisit this game in a future episode. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching.